So in a few days, it'll officially be 1 month of using the Z Fold 8. And I have made some videos on this device. So in this video, we'll keep it a bit more casual. But if you want an in-depth review, I did film a few different episodes. So go check them out for sure. But I more so wanted to make a video in this aspect ratio so that a lot of you who actually own the Z Fold 8 can actually watch these videos in a full screen. Because I know there's not a lot of content that you guys can watch and take advantage of the full display. So I did get my hands on this device a little early, so I had the opportunity to put my SIM card in there and start testing it out before it was shipped out globally. And I gotta say, I do have to switch phones 5, 6, 7 times a year sometimes, and I'll be very straightforward here. This is my favorite form factor. It's just very compact, easy to type on, but whenever you want to extend the display, you have the freedom to do so. And I know some of us don't like the fact that this phone does not come with an S Pen. I don't really mind that it doesn't come with an S Pen as long as we get an alternative feature instead of the S Pen. So meaning we don't have built-in magnets on the S26 Ultra because of the S Pen. As a consumer, I want to say it would have been so nice to have built-in magnets on this phone. And then I know some of us wanted a telephoto camera in the camera system, and I happen to be one of those people. So we have an ultra wide and a wide angle camera. The ultra wide is the brand new 50 megapixel sensor, and the wide angle is just the older 50 megapixel sensor, right? And I believe it could be from 2022. I did do some research on it. I just wish that Samsung does keep this form factor and maybe put a telephoto in here too. That would be insane. And I have to say, this phone is categorized as a great phone for content consumption. I agree with that, but speakers for that premium content consumption is not there. Like, the display is very good. The anti-reflective coating, great. You know, you have different modes. You can use the phone this way, or you can put it into a tent mode and watch content like that. Speakers need a lot of work because the speakers themselves don't sound premium. You know, if this phone and the Z Fold 8 Ultra was also planned to sound better, I think that would have really convinced people to switch over to these devices. But I mean, I do have to say, it's just a really nice experience for multitasking, for gaming. Like, I got back to mobile gaming now. I just play 8-pool, like it's not considered like aggressive gaming, but it's just fun. And I said this before, but I just find that this is a device that is starting to change my phone habits. I do more work on my phone. I do a lot of emails because of that comfortable landscape look. And the fact that the crease when you directly look at the phone is almost not visible. You just have to look at the phone in an angle to see the crease like you see right there. So since I switched to Android about 6 months ago, I switched from an iPhone 17 Pro to the S26 Ultra. Love the experience, but the one issue was always social media performance. Now, whenever I go on Instagram, I have to refresh my feed a few times to see the notifications finally come in. There also has been a few times where I posted something from my S26 Ultra or the Z Fold 8, and when I add music to that post, the post goes live, but the music doesn't actually play, and it only happens on Android. If I have to post a brand partnership, I do post that stuff on my iPhone 17 Pro. Like, I would love to trust the social media apps on this thing because this is my job. When I post something, I have to make sure that it's, you know, accurate and it goes live the way I want it to. But then when it comes to consuming content, I go back to this device because it's just so fun. Now, with this 1 month, I was able to test out the battery to see where it went from day 1 to now. It has been pretty good. When it comes to battery life, there hasn't been a day where I missed my S26 Ultra. You know, the battery performance does depend on you, but within 1 month of using a product, because I review these phones, I like to not use the phone in the eco mode. Like, the brightness is all the way up all the time. I'm leaving apps open, I'm multitasking, split screen, all that stuff, because I really want to test the battery performance. After the phone does adapt to your user habits, the battery performance really improves, but I think for most users, the battery life will be good enough. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of torn between the Z Fold 8 versus the Z Fold 8 Ultra. I did check out the Z Fold Ultra. I think it's a great phone. If you want the extra telephoto camera, that is the device to go with if you want a foldable. Even though the telephoto camera is a huge deal breaker for me personally, I come from a photography background, so I like taking photos. But even with that, I would still go with the Z Fold 8. Like, technically, it's one of the most compact smartphones out there that just also happens to extend to be a tablet. I made a few different videos on the ZFold 8 and some of you actually went and bought the phone. I wanted you guys to use the display to its full potential, so I wanted to put a video out in this ratio. For the past few days, I've been testing out another device that is the Google Pixel 11 Pro XL. So my SIM card has been in this device for the past few days. I'm going to be covering this phone pretty shortly. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, hold on, I almost forgot. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. We just need about 74,000 more of you to subscribe. We are almost there. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please subscribe and help me grow this community. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it has been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.